Hello, everybody. This is Lama Caroline in virtual Albagnano winter retreat. So we're going to continue to look at Lama Gangchen's wonderful combined practice. So first, let's do some preliminary prayers. Okay, the NgalSo preliminary prayers always the same, so we know. Okay. Namo Guru Pye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Guru Pye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Guru Pye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya. Sangye Chodan Sogi Jonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonagi, Rola Penchi Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Chodan Sogi Jonamla, Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonagi, Rola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until enlightenment. Through the practice of generosity and the other perfections, may we become Buddhas for the benefit of all beings. Samchen tamchen dewa dan dewe gyudan denpa gyuchi. Samchen tamchen dunya dan dunya gyudan dewa gyuchi. Sunchen tamche dunya mepe dewa dami drawa gyuchi. Sunchen tamche nyeri jada nida drawe tamnyon la nepa gyuchi. Sunchen tamche lusengi dunale soshin trayun lusen dewa dan Tempa gyuchi, semchen tamche NgalSo tochin china no chuko yu danshin samane gyuchi, semchen tamche danzan bulingi kiedo, dadan china gishide dan dukun tempa gyuchi. Purification of the sight and blessing the offerings. Tamche du ni sashidak, semala sohome padan. La tiltanya bedurye ranshin jambu hone gyochi. La dami ichupeze no susham dahani kitro kun sanche trin la name nanka kanku hunkya gyuchi on namo bhagavate benza sawa pramadani tathagata ahate samya sambuddhaya tayata om benze benze maha tesa benze Mahavidya benze Mahabodhi Chita benze Mahabodhi Manropa Sampramana benze Sawakama Awarana Vishuddhana benze Soha Koncho Sungi Dempada Sangetan Janchu Sempa Tamche Giji Gialadan So niyo so penadan chempo dan chukin nampa dachin sangi mikyape togi deshini dugyuchi. Invocation. Malusem chen kungi gungyuchin dude punje hemize jomzela no namalu yandan kengyupe Chonten ko chehene di shesu. So, 7-limb prayer, an offering. Gosungo pe go ne chaselo, no sang yitro chupa malubo. Top mene sa di tun tam chesha, kiepa, sorry, kiepa dan la chesha. Zeiran kowa mato badule shune drola chuki kolo kowada dashan jena janchu chempo no mandala offering sajiperki joshi metotram rirali shini de gempadi Sangye Shintu Mite Buwai Rukunanda Hashila Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Request to the lineage gurus. Losangya wa kungi yeshe ni chitu dream hekyao tenzin peso Rabjan Kyoko Gyasun Trudungun Trinchen la meheshabla so wade Om a Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sribhadra Sawasiti Hu Om a Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sribhadra Sawasiti Hu Om a Guru Vajradara Sumati Gyana Sasana Dara Samudra Sribhadra Sawasiti Hu Locho Zampo Palgyuta Shipa Tu Gentem Petrile Yanoda Pegedro Lozan Pesepachen Palden la Meheshabla Sowade Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahanekama Uttabhadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahanekama Uttabhadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Humoma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasahanekama Uttabhadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi Hum Pakya ke kudan dagilu Pakya ke sundan dagina Pakya ke tudan dagi Danyamaji tu jingyalo Makya ke kudan dagilu Makya ke sundan dagina Makya ke tudan dagi Danyamaji tu jingyalo. Muni, Muni, Mahamuni, Shakya Muni Soha. Om Muni, Muni, Mahamuni, Shakya Muni Soha. Om Muni, Muni, Mahamuni, Shakyamuni Soha. Om Maitreya, Maitreya, Maha Maitreya, Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya, Maitreya, Maha Maitreya, Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya, Maitreya, Maha Maitreya, Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, hello everybody. Hope everybody's well. Everybody's okay. Yeah. So we're going to continue with Lama Ganchan's wonderful, fantastic combine practice. Okay, so I'm sure you've all got your sadhana or the PDF of the sadhana. Okay. So now we're going to continue with the introduction, and I'm going to read the contents. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're so incredibly lucky that Lama Ganchen gave us this way to practice the essence of our Ganden Nyingbu tradition, yeah? So first, let me read you the contents, which is, I don't know what page that's on, the contents page, yeah? And then I'll explain to you why I think we're all so incredibly lucky, okay? So anyway, contents are, okay, preface, etiquette. First, NgalSo preliminary practice, so important, yeah? So Rinpoche did a really amazing thing because we have all, in our tradition, no? Our tradition of meditation, of healing, yeah? We have all kinds of incredible sadhanas going back to the time of Lama Tsongkhapa, our near lineage, yeah? And then we have all the works of the Indian masters and so on, yeah? But we have so many great masters in our tradition and brilliant people, and they all made many beautiful sadhanas on Haruka, Yamantaka, Guya Samaja, beautiful things, like thousands of them, okay? But each one did in their own little different way. So somehow, let's say in the normal way, we have to memorize so many different kinds of prayers, you know, each one's slightly different. So one thing Rinpoche, Lama Ganchen Rinpoche did was systemize the preliminary, what's called the preliminary practices, which is like putting our mind into the right state to do the practice, yeah? So there is very important key practices, which actually I've been explaining recently during the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. In fact, I'm in the middle of that at the moment, yeah? So important, yeah? The refuge, the bodhicitta, the 7 limitless thoughts, the guru yoga, extremely important things to generate the mind of definite emergence, love, empathy, bodhicitta, some understanding of emptiness and dependent arising, yeah? So these are like key core essential practices that we need to do. So what Lama Ganchen Rinpoche did is every sadhana that we do, he made it easy, made one set of preliminary practices that hopefully, if we do hundreds of times, maybe we can learn, yeah? So it's easier for us, okay? So anyway, so the first is the NgalSo preliminary practices, very nice, yeah? Then actually, I don't know if you know, but we practice the union of Sutra and Tantra. This is a feature of our tradition, yeah? Sutra means Theravada tradition and Mahayana tradition, yeah? And even if we are a layperson, for example, we're also practicing many things from the Theravada tradition. We practice what's called 3 yanas, Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, okay? So within the Tantric section, which is one special part of Mahayana Buddhism is based on this idea, I want to become enlightened, I want to become a Buddha as fast as possible. Why? Because the world is suffering, the environment is in a bad way, and I need many abilities to help and heal others. Therefore, I need to, like Rinpoche used to say, develop our brains, you know, use the 95% of our brains that we don't normally use, yeah? I need to develop as much of that as I can. Therefore, I'm going to take the bodhisattva vows and try and become a bodhisattva and gradually, bit by bit, become more like a Buddha, okay? So if we really feel that it's important to help others, then we should do the tantric practice because it's much faster, the tantric methods, to transform our body and mind on the gross, subtle, and very subtle levels, okay? So actually, we have 4 classes of tantra: kriya, action tantra, charya, conduct tantra, yoga tantra, like yoga, no? And the 4th one's called Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantra, the most supreme type of highest yoga tantra, okay? So then in this combined practice, it's actually listed here, actually just 2 of them, but when it says Kriya Action Tantra, actually within there actually is the Charya Tantra because Vajrapāṇi is there, yeah? So then it says Kriya Action Tantra practices. So why there's 4 types of Tantra, it's like a kind of staircase, yeah? So, but we need to do all 4 kinds of practice, yeah? Okay, we'll talk more about that later, okay? So the first one is called Kriya Action Tantra practice. So there is NgalSo Self-Healing 1, which of course is focusing on Guru Buddha Shakyamuni, the founder of Buddhism, yeah? Very important. Lama Ganchen gave incredible emphasis to the practice of Buddha Shakyamuni. For example, in the Kumpan Institute in Milano, one of the first things he did is he got Duccio, his artist, make huge tanka as big as a huge wall of Buddha Shakyamuni, sending peace to everybody in the world. And on the Bodhi tree, there's maybe 150 leaves with each one with peace in a different language. Like, it's so beautiful, you know? And this was really, really, Lama Genshin emphasized the practice of Shakyamuni Buddha a lot, yeah, okay? Said we need to remember Buddha, go back, always consider the example of Buddha in our lives, okay? So the first one is the practice of Buddha Shakyamuni. Here is just titles, and the book is quite short, but behind is incredible things, yeah? I was saying yesterday, this book, it's like Rinpoche said, I read one thing that Rinpoche said. He said, I'm giving you thousands of wisdom keys. So each one of these is a key to open a whole series of practices and experiences, yeah? So we should, for example, if we see and hear one mantra, Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni Yasaha, we shouldn't think, oh, I know everything about Buddha Shakyamuni, yeah? You know, I need to understand them. We need to go through, and there's incredible things behind there, yeah? Yeah, so like that, okay? Second is Mahayana practice of the 8 bodhisattvas and the Great Mother Prajnaparamita. So this is so important, yeah? So this Rinpoche actually made beautiful sadhana and commentary called Mahayana Self-Healing, which is linking the practices of taking the generating bodhisattva, bodhicitta, and taking the bodhisattva vows, the root and secondary vows, together with the blessing and practice of the 8 bodhisattvas, as are illustrated, for example, in Borobudur on the Mendut Temple, which is the entrance into the Borobudur complex. Or, for example, in Albagnano, we have beautiful tanka in our Gompa of Buddha Shakyamuni teaching the Prajnaparamita around the 8 bodhisattvas. So for us, the 8 bodhisattvas are a big thing, yeah? So Rinpoche made a beautiful sadhana and commentary. Actually, I was looking at that these days, 100 pages. We need to print this, actually, the book and the commentary together, yeah? So publications people, please, let's think about doing this in 2001, yeah? Okay. Next to the 7 astrological healing practices, so important because why? We have many different kinds of astrological misfortune, yeah? And with these practices, we can deal with all these energies and, as Rinpoche says, become a good samsara swimmer, yeah? Because all the time there's like waves and wind, yeah? And tides and the moon, and our samsara is going up and down like this. So sometimes it's okay, but many times we're kind of like almost drowning. So with the astrology practices, we have a kind of, what do you call it? Like one of those life-saving boats, and the ring and the suit and everything's okay. We can become good samsara swimmers, yeah? Okay. Number 4, practice of Panashawari, Loma Gyoma, obviously very important because Panashawari is to help us to overcome infectious fever diseases like, for example, COVID, yeah? Okay, so this was actually one of the last 2 sadhanas that Lama Genshin Rinpoche prepared at the beginning of 2020, yeah? Before he passed into paranirvana, was one beautiful sadhana of Panashawari. And also the second thing was he finalized this combined practice, yeah? So that means we need to do these 2 things, okay? Number 5 is the practice of open eye chenrezi, so a healing practice that Lama Genshin Rinpoche and hence us, we have very close connection with, yeah, okay? Special, it's called eye-opening chenrezi, but even if you don't have an eye disease exactly, our wisdom eye is, and our heart is not open. So with this practice, we can change our small selfish heart and open it into the big open heart of compassion, as Rinpoche always said. And also we can open, the famous third eye. That means we can understand something about reality, how life is, yeah, through this practice. So important, yeah, okay. Then next is the practice of Black Manjusri, which is to stop all kinds of like negative energies and interferences. Very, very, very important practice. Okay, so this is the Kriya Action Tantra section, yeah. So Rinpoche truly was showing us like the essence of what he did, okay. He said, I'm not taking anything with me to the grave. He said, I'm giving everything to all my friends and disciples and future generations. And he truly and honestly, that's what he did, okay, in a way that we can do, that we can practice, okay. Okay, so then next, next is the Maha Anuttara Yoga, the highest Yoga Tantra practices. So then we have self-healing, yeah, making peace with the environment, so important, yeah. If we understand self-healing and making peace with the environment, we understand what is Buddhahood, what is enlightenment. We know what to do and how to do it, yeah. Lama Genshin's original idea, yeah, Well, his idea was to come to the West and try and, he said, I like to come to the West and I want to show the power of the Dharma. He said, already there's many great, incredible lamas, living Buddhas come to the West to give perfect teachings. He said, I don't want to do this, but I want to show everybody that the Dharma is true and it's powerful, yeah? So the first 10 years he was going around healing many people, incurable diseases, really showing the power of the Dharma, yeah? Many of Rinpoche's patients who he healed then became his first students, okay? In the next, let's say, 10 years, he started to share the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah, and the environment practice, which he said, this is enough, yeah? Just if we do this, we can achieve enlightenment. So Rinpoche's idea was this. However, because of various conditions and also many, many requests from our side, from his disciples, then he started to show what it says here, no? NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, Guya Samaja, yeah? NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 4, Haruka Chakra Samvara, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 5, Vajrayogini Body Mandala, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 6, Yamanturka, and NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 7, Kala Chakra, yeah? So the combination of these 7 practices is really and truly the royal road to enlightenment, the highway to enlightenment, to achieve NgalSo, king of relaxation, as Rinpoche always said, yeah? Okay? And then some dedications always the same, yeah? Okay? Why? To make it easy for us, okay? So anyway, so this is like, and why I'm saying this is because we have to repeat the index, but also today when our friends from Albagnano, when they show the practice, they're going to read the titles of the section, yeah? So then you can start to relate the sections of the practice, okay? And then gradually, bit by bit, everything will become clear, hopefully, yeah? So we're incredibly lucky that Rinpoche showed, actually this is obviously an iPad, but anyway, one sadhana this size with all this. So I thought I'd show you as a helpful visual aid, like the alternative, yeah? Okay. So in this, okay, so this, for example, okay, let's have a look. For example, yeah, okay. These are some of my books, okay? Okay, with this I've had many, many years, 30 years, yeah? And with these, I work with Rinpoche to make all our NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. So I just wanted to show you Rinpoche didn't say do one or the other, he said, why not do both, yeah? So if you can do like this, please do, welcome. If you want to do all Tibetan like this way, no problem, we're ready, yeah? So, for example, this is the Tara Chitamani prayers, okay? Beautiful, so important, yeah? Yeah. This one is the Haruka 5 Deity, okay? Yeah, which is the introductory practice of Haruka Chakra Samvara, okay? Let's see, what do we have here? Okay. Oh, yes, so beautiful. This is the prayers of Vajrayogini, Doji Naljoma, okay? Yeah. Oh, it's actually quite heavy even lifting all these up, yeah? This is, okay, the Haruka Body Mandala, yeah, okay? This one is, okay, Yamanturka Solitary Hero and 13 Deity, yeah, okay? Okay, then what's here? This is the Guya Samaja, yeah? Okay, yeah, here we are. And then one more, okay, here we are. This Kala Chakra, actually, this is the text from the Tashi Lumpur Tantric College that they sent us. And from this, we make the beautiful NgalSo Kala Chakra Sadhana, the long one. So you see, okay, so here you are. This is okay. Plan B is this, yeah, honestly. These are the prayers, like, okay, could be like this, yeah. Let's just put them all down. Kala Chakra, so beautiful, yeah. Guya Samaja, and not the commentaries, this is just all the prayers, yeah. Guya Samaja, yeah. Yamanturka. Okay, whoops, excuse me. Whoops. Haruka Body Mandala. Doji Naljoma, Vajrayogini, yeah. Haruka 5 Deity, yeah. And Tara Chitamani, okay. Yeah, and you can do this, okay, yeah. That's what I was trying to explain to you. I mean, of course, also we have short versions of all this, but such a rich, complex, beautiful tradition. But Rinpoche kindly made us this little book, the Combined Practice, yeah, okay? So wonderful, yeah? with this little key, we can have access to this incredible wisdom tradition of our gurus, going back to Lama Tsongkhapa, going back to Buddha Shakyamuni. Otherwise, for most people, no chance. Yeah, okay. So we're so incredibly lucky that Rinpoche, really opened these doors for us. Yeah. Like actually, Rinpoche, in Albagnano, we have the colonia, as you all know. Yeah. And Rinpoche called the colonia Tashi Gomag. That means 100, like many auspicious doors. And also Rinpoche's this combined practice is also Tashi Gomag. All the key to all these auspicious doors, With this self-healing practice, we can do everything. We get the chance to enter these practices, okay? But then, as you can see, there's a bit more to do afterwards, yeah? So, for example, if you like to, for example, which is this one, Vajrayogini. If you like to do like this, please welcome. Also in Albagnano, we do, If you like to do like Puza, Oma, Gora, Dema, also please do. Why not do both, yeah? So Rinpoche didn't show us one way or the other way. He showed us both ways. He showed us all ways, yeah? Why? Because each one has their own need, their own capacity, their own possibility, yeah? And Rinpoche showed all possibility, yeah? And also, by the way, not only for Rinpoche's idea was not only for Western people, yeah? Rinpoche, he said many, many times that we had to make all the sadhana with Tibetan, yeah? Okay. Why? Because he said, no, it's not just for Indis, Western people, he said, also for modern Tibetan people, all this is a bit difficult, okay, if you have the fortune, you can go in one monastery and nothing else to do all your life, okay, or cave, yeah, then you can do all this, okay. But for most people who have job, family, and he said even honestly, even the monks in the monastery, the young monks these days, difficult all this, yeah. So he said, I want all my book and practice and sadhana in Tibetan. Why? Because also it's for Tibetan people. This is for everybody, okay? Yeah. Rinpoche was really thinking for the future, So now, anyway, we'll try our best to do it, yeah? Okay. We're so lucky, that Rinpoche gave us this chance, yeah? And also, for example, like I was saying the other day about these people I know who went to Ganden and they took all the initiation of all this, Chakra Samvara, Yamantaka, Guya Samaja, Dojin, Eljioma, Tarashitamani. And then they had this sadhana book like this thick they have to repeat each day, yeah? Okay. So even if we want to do in like the best way, the most traditional way, and we want to keep all the commitments, then Rinpoche's combined practice is one way we can do it, how we can keep like the connection with all these different energies and blessing, okay? Because we need in our practice, we have two things. We have the lineage of textual lineage, that means understanding, the oral transmission, somebody explained to you and everything, yeah? Second part is called the lineage of realization, yeah? Okay? So I need to meditate on it and get some understanding, yeah? So we need both, yeah, okay? And Rinpoche's combined practice, so it's suitable for everybody, it's suitable for people just starting in the Dharma. Also, it's suitable for people who have many, many years in the Dharma, who've done actually all these approximation retreats of all these kind of higher yoga tantras, yeah? So, for example, in Rinpoche, Lama Gantchen, yeah? He said, as I've told you several times, he said, my original idea was we only need to do self-healing, yeah? And then every year when we were doing the program of Albagnano, every year we should do 2 times a year. Like every January and summer, we would make a meeting, like Lama Gantchen, Lama Michelle, myself, Gabriella, Cozy, yeah, we would make a meeting. And we would plan the next semester of teachings in Albagnano. So always we would say, oh, Rinpoche, we want this, we want that, like this. And Rinpoche would always say, oh, I think we should do a retreat on self-healing. And every single time we suggest some incredible practice we want to do, he would always say, I think self-healing is the best, yeah, okay. Which is why actually next year we need to emphasize very much more, not only the explanation, but the practice of self-healing, yeah, okay. So anyway, but despite this, every year Rinpoche used to sort of make us do actually an approximation retreat of one of these highest yoga tantras, these key practices of the Ganden Nyingyo tradition, yeah. So actually, in Albagnano, we did many times. For example, I don't know, like for example, we did a Yamantaka retreat, the approximation we did in. We've done in Albagnano. We did, for example, Terra Chitamani, we did twice the approximation retreat, in Albagnano. Haruka 530, we did once. Haruka Body Mandala, we did once. Yamantaka, we did twice. Dojin Aljoma, Vajrayogini, we did 3 times, Guru Samaja, we did 1 time. Actually, Kala Chakra, I'm actually making a sort of summary, because I want to share this day. It's like the history behind how Rinpoche teach all his core practices, okay? So I was just looking today, and actually we did 14 times in Albagnano, the Kala Chakra winter retreat, Okay. So we've done many times these practices together with Rinpoche, both in the NgalSo style and in the, let's say, normal Ganda Nyingu style. So everything is available through the NgalSo tradition. That's what I wanted to say, So anybody who likes to come to Albagnano, like to do all Tibetan, no problem. Fortunately, we have wonderful Rinpoches, Lama, Geshe. You can sit there and do everything in Tibetan if you like, if you have the possibility and the time. If not, also you can do this NgalSo way, or both. Why not? Why not do both like us, Okay, so anyway. So that's the indexed, okay? We're so lucky. Okay, so then let's go back to the, let me finish to read the introduction, okay? So the introduction in the Combined Practice book is on page 13. Actually, I read the first paragraph that says NgalSo yesterday, okay? So now I'm going to read the second paragraph if anybody wants to read together, okay? So page 13, how did the NgalSo practices begin? Since the time of Buddha, the teachings and practices have been continuously adapted to the capacity, mentality, place, time, and culture of disciples. Today, the teachings from our lineage of Tibetan Buddhism, Ganda Nyingu, exists in a context very different from where they were taught for centuries in India and Tibet, i.e. in the modern world, In the modern world, the fundamental aspects are the same, but our mentality and way of understanding and doing has changed. The NgalSo practices are traditional methods that have been adapted by Lama Ganchen to meet modern times, needs, and mentality, okay? When Lama Ganchen first came to the West in the early 1980s, he began to heal and gave teachings using only the mantra of Buddha Shakyamuni and the 4 limitless meditations, all the time checking what was working and what people liked, He quickly understood that in order to share the teachings with modern people, it would be necessary to create a new system of modern Buddhism, Actually, it says Western Buddhism, and also it's not just Western, actually, it's Western, Eastern, Northern, and Southern, like our NgalSo symbol, our mandala. It's got 4 sides, It's true. We've got people practicing NgalSo from every part of the world, okay? So it would be necessary to create a new system of Buddhism where people could receive the main points of the teachings in a quicker and more accessible way. He understood it was not possible for modern people to spend hours every day reciting long and complicated texts. Actually, unless you like, then of course, I mean, I like very much. Some people do, then please do, welcome, Or making retreats or living in caves like in Tibet, okay? Actually, if we tried to live in a cave, I think we'd last about 2 hours, then we'd think it incredible, uncomfortable, and leave, no? Even with our modern houses, we complain about that, no? Anyway, in 1992, during a visit to the Borobudur Stupa Mandala in Java, Indonesia, Lama Ganchen received many auspicious signs that allowed him to see the practice of NgalSo tantric self-healing in the 3-dimensional mandala of Borobudur, and to understand that now was the right time to offer this precious gift, this wisdom key, to humanity in a new package, yeah? Same contents, new package, yeah? It's true, yeah? Complete true, yeah? Encoded into this stupa mandala, Lama Ganchen saw a detailed map of human consciousness from its grossest state through successively more pure levels of human development, culminating in the awakening of a Buddha's mind. Lama Ganchen translated his own experience into the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, which he wrote down, or he spoke, and we wrote down anyway. He spoke it, he explained it, yeah, and began to teach, yeah. This was soon followed by the self-healing practice for the environment. Then, year after year, other important traditional practices were presented in the NgalSo system, each emphasizing different aspects of healing and the development of particular qualities. Yeah, we are so incredibly lucky. Yeah, Rinpoche. I mean, obviously, one thing is we're all very sad that Rinpoche passed away, but obviously Rinpoche have his own ideas that maybe this was the time necessary. But he leave us everything ready. Yeah, okay, maybe we just need to make a little editing and publish some books, but whole thing is complete ready. All we need to do is practice. You know, we're so lucky. Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, yeah, I just got this today. Yeah, okay, NgalSo product placement. This is the commentary of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing in Spanish. So beautiful, yeah. So we have actually many different commentaries of self-healing. Actually, it's beautiful. This is a re-edition of the Spanish self-healing commentary. So please, anybody that can read Spanish, I would recommend that you contact Ediciones NgalSo. If you want to contact Ediciones NgalSo, you look on our website, ngalso.org, then you search and you find Almeria Center, and then you will find Ediciones NgalSo, and maybe you ask them to send you a copy of this. So beautiful, okay? Really useful, really nice, yeah? Okay, we have this, I think, we have this in English, I think, in Italian. Anyway, this is the Spanish version, so any Spanish-speaking friends, please do get a copy. So nice, yeah? In this we put, because for many years I followed Rinpoche around like an anthropologist with one subject, yeah? So what I did is write down what he said, and then Sharon Dawson and I, we put together this beautiful commentary. Yeah? Okay, really nice. It's like the essence of many retreats that Lama Ganchen gave on self-healing. So please, if you're interested, do get a copy of this either from Albagnano, from the web shop there, or from Ediciones NgalSo. Okay. Okay, then introduction, page 14. A complete system of meditation for enlightenment. It's true, yeah? Complete true, yeah? The NgalSo practices are methods to purify body, speech, and mind and the environment on the gross, subtle, and very subtle levels. Each practice approaches a different aspect of Buddha nature by emphasizing and using different systems, such as the 5 chakra system, yeah? Like, for example, Tarashitamani or self-healing, no? Or the 32 chakra system, and so on. So we can say, like, for example, Guya Samadja. Eh? Chakras or Vajra points are essentially energy points in our body that are connected to particular organs and functions of our body, as well as to different aspects of our mind. In the Vajrayana tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, each positive aspect and function of our body and mind in the highest and purest state is represented symbolically by a supreme healer or divinity, or actually Rinpoche said in later times, or a guru Buddha, yeah, okay? It's personified, yeah, okay? Through concentrating on these pure forms at the Vajra points in our body and using the positive vibrations of the seed syllables and mantras, we can penetrate these points in order to recognize, experience, and awaken the pure energies, yeah? The purpose of this is to remove the blockages and disturbances that are the causes of all our suffering and sickness. In all our practices, we work on the mandala inside our body, as well as the outer mandala, the outer environment. NgalSo practices are very deep and powerful methods that lead us step by step on the path to deeper healing and transformation. Whether we are Buddhist or not, we can use these methods simply to relax, heal ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, or we can choose to use them to reach the purest state of enlightenment. Yeah, okay? So the title of the combined practice, let me go back to the beginning 1 second. The title is NgalSo Ranshin Chutab Shukso, yeah? How to create ease and well-being for oneself and others, combined NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. Then it says practices of the Guru Buddha's body mandalas, which penetrate the places of the Vajra body with clear light. Yeah. So in our Buddhist tradition, this is considered like we have something called skillful means and wisdom. We have these two paths, method and wisdom. Lama Ganchen was what he said. He was a method Lama, yeah, showing all kinds of skillful means to bring people into the path to enlightenment and to ripen our minds, yeah, and keep us going on the path. Yeah, as many times we start and then leave, no? So you have all kinds of skillful means to keep us practicing, yeah, okay? So actually, this practice of the Guru Buddha's body mandala to penetrate the place of the Vajra body with clear light is considered the highest of skillful means of the Upaya path, yeah? It's an incredible practice, yeah? And if we do this, if we penetrate the place of our Vajra body with clear light, what happens? The blissful mind of clear light will arise, yeah? And we can experience, yeah, what we call the Tantric Mahamudra, the non-dual state of spontaneously born great bliss and emptiness. And with this special mind, which is the two bodhicittas in their highest state, we can get out of samsara, we can achieve nirvana for ourselves, we can transform our mind through all the stages of the bodhisattva path, and we can become awakened, we can become a Buddha for the benefit of all beings, yeah? And many people in our tradition have actually become true living Buddhas by doing this, so it's not like a new proposal or anything like this, it's a tried and tested method, yeah? But this skillful means of penetrating the places of the Vajra body with the clear light together with the Guru Buddha's body mandalas is like the highest practice of our tradition, yeah? So you might think, oh, well, how come Rinpoche said everybody can do, you know? So it's kind of like if somebody said, okay, congratulations, you won a ticket to go to join the NASA program to the moon or something, yeah, okay? Or it's Christmas morning and you wake up and somebody gives you the key and you open the garage and there is like the most fantastic Ferrari or Lamborghini or something, yeah? Rinpoche's like given us something like this. We're so lucky, yeah, okay? But then we need to know how to use, yeah? And actually, Rinpoche, I said before, actually, is looking back to the ancient Indian tradition, yeah, okay? Of course, he's totally 100%, 1000% Tibetan, yeah? But his mind was very much looking back to the ancient Indian tradition. Why? Because also in past lives, he was Indian, okay? He was Mahasiddha Dharikapa, he was Mahasiddha Lakshminkara, and had incredible connection, actually, with many, many generations of Buddhism in India, Nepal, and Tibet, okay? So his mind was I don't know, I always saw him very much like in the Mahasiddha tradition, actually, like all kinds of incredible, skillful means to introduce anybody to the path, yeah? And if we read these stories of the Mahasiddhas, yeah, many times, like anybody with no experience whatsoever, they would meet some great yogi, some great siddha, Mahasiddha, yeah? And the yogi would explain the highest path to them, and then this person who probably no experience, maybe a housewife, maybe a potter, maybe a farmer, yeah, whatever, you know. They would just follow what the guru said. They just practice with faith, but keep doing. And finally, they got great realizations, you know. And these people actually became super important in our Buddhist history. So Rinpoche was very much going back to this ancient style, like, why not? Yeah, please come into the kingdom of enlightenment. Here's the key. Here you are, for you, present the key, yeah? But now we need to use the key, open the door, and just keep practicing. And I'm very happy to hear that, for example, Yes, I don't know if you were watching yesterday on the streaming. One of our friends in Albagnano, Geraldo, no? He sent me a message today saying actually he's going to start to do this whole long retreat on the combined practice. Like, he's actually got the point, no? This is actually, this combined practice, this is like our Vajravali, okay? If we do all this in detail, for sure we get incredible growth, incredible realization. So thank you, Geraldo. That's wonderful. We rejoice and pray for the success of your retreat. And we hope, like him, many of us will start to do this practice on a regular basis, yeah? And also go more deeply into it. That means actually do the retreat, if we didn't do already, of Guya Samaja, Haruka, Vajrayogini, Chakra Samvara, Kala Chakra, and so on, yeah? So it was Lama Ganchen wish, yeah? So then the key to enlightenment, the key to the city of enlightenment, we can open, we can use. The kingdom of enlightenment is there for us to enter into. We're so lucky, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so like that, yeah? So Rinpoche, okay, has given us the key, you know, the best present we could ever have, the key to the kingdom of enlightenment, called NgalSo Combined Practice, okay? Okay, so I'll just read the last part of the introduction. Actually, it's better to have the book on paper now. It's easier to turn the pages, yeah? Okay, 1 second. Okay, so last bit. Okay, last page 15, last paragraph of the introduction. This book. For many years, Rinpoche often led the recitation of the NgalSo practices one after the other, each in their most abbreviated form, often, like all the time, like again and again and again, yeah? This book collects all these methods in a combined form, yeah? Some practices are in their most condensed versions using only the seed syllables, while others use the seed syllables with the NgalSo mantras that invoke the particular healing energies of the Guru Buddhas, yeah? Okay? So Rinpoche, Lama Ganchen, for years and years and years, we used to go to the Gompa in Albagnano, and also not only there, but also around the world now, in, I don't know, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Malaysia, Borobudur, Nepal. Rinpoche went so many places, yeah, North America, all these places, and then Rinpoche would start doing the combined practice. Usually at the end, after he'd been teaching for like hours and hours, and we're thinking, oh, now we need tea, now we need to eat, then Rinpoche would say, hang on, and then we would do the combined practice, yeah, like some more hours, yeah, okay. And he showed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times this practice. If you can't, there's not more clear demonstration than that Rinpoche thought this was important, okay? Not for, I mean, he didn't need, he already had all the realizations. Important for us, okay? So this book contains all these methods in a combined form, okay? However, this is not all there is, okay? There's one sadhana. Then each one, actually, we have beautiful sadhana. We have many things, actually, postcard, sadhana, if you like, retreat sadhana. We have the Tibetan sadhana. We have all kinds of things, actually. This is not for sale. This, if you want, you can order from the monasteries, no, like Ganden and so on, yeah, okay. But Rinpoche, he prepared like a set of all these beautiful practices, yeah, with Tibetan, English, Italian, whatever, yeah, okay. So we have many, many different ways of doing this practice. When it says together with the condensed version using only the seed syllables, this is actually a super important practice, and it's not something that Rinpoche Lama Ganchen himself, he make up, by the way, yeah. I was saying the other day that actually, as far as we know, this practice of the seed syllables, like Puza, Oma, Gora, and so on, yeah, actually this, and all the rest of them, this Oma, Hum, Tramhri, and so on, this was, let's say, created by Mahasiddha Lakshminkara in the 9th century in India, yeah. And Mahasiddha Lakshminkara, she was a previous life of Lama Ganchen Rinpoche, great, important tantric master, who was fundamental in the transmission of the Guya Samaja Tantra, the Haruka Tantra, and Yamantaka, yeah? Okay. So you can see Rinpoche has been doing this for a very long time, yeah? And also, that's also why Rinpoche could be this incredible innovator, yeah? Because it's like he was perfecting something he's done many, many lifetimes, okay? It's a bit like, with computer software, yeah? you know, I don't know, like Microsoft or something, an operating system. So then each time there's like system 1, system 2, system 10, system 15 or whatever. So Rinpoche, because he was actually there right at the beginning, yeah, when all these tantras came out in India, in ancient India, it's true, when he was Mahasiddha Dharikapa and Lakshmankara, yeah, and he was fundamental in the Dharikapa was the guru of Gantapa. These days we do it all the time, Gantapa's system of Chakrasamvara, but actually Dharikapa was his guru. Gantapa got it from Dharikapa, okay? So if Rinpoche, so therefore, if Rinpoche liked to, as he says, put in a way that's suitable for our times, he has every right to do so. It's, you know, he's updating his own software, no? You know, and that's why in our tradition, only a few people can do this. But why? Because they have great knowledge, capacity, and also experience, not only from that lifetime, but many lifetimes, yeah, okay? Unfortunately, there's more than Rinpoche. Also, so we have some other very high, great masters, for example, Kyabje Trijang Rinpoche, Kyabje Pabonka Rinpoche, and so on. Many, actually, who have this capacity, or at least a few, yeah? But Rinpoche was one of those. And the rest of us, now all we're going to do is try and practice what he said, yeah, okay? Try and keep the feeling, keep the energy, develop the realizations. For us, this is our job now, and it's already enough of a job, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche said, okay, like as you'll see, he said many of the essential way of doing the Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantras is like by marking these seed syllables, this bija, this essence of energy in different places on our Vajra body, yeah? So Rinpoche said, okay, in his tradition, yeah, actually we visualize like each energy, like for example, I don't know, like for example here, no? We need to transform our ignorance into the all-accomplishing exalted wisdom, yeah, okay? The mirror-like wisdom. So we represent that as Guru Buddha Vairocana, okay? In the Guhya Samaja, for example, yeah? Or Yamanturka, yeah? So in the sadhana, for example, of Lama Tsongkhapa of Guhya Samaja, Guhya Samaja here has 3 heads and 6 arms, okay? And each one has like 3 heads and 6 arms and holding many different things which represent different qualities, okay? So Rinpoche said, okay, for us ancient people with this kind of impression, this is how we can do, he said. But for modern people, he actually thought that maybe like visualizing one pure energy was more fitting, more suitable, yeah? So he said many times that we should visualize the bijas, actually, like he said, like a crystal light, yeah? Because he said that he thought for many modern people that it was difficult to believe in many things, you know, like almost everything, trust in everything almost had been lost, yeah? But he said people still have this feeling of the natural purity of crystals, yeah? So he said visualize like pure crystal. It didn't mean like a hard crystal, you know, like something hard and spiky inside your subtle body. But he said, imagine that pure, because when you hold a crystal, no, you feel that pure vibration, no? So he said, imagine pure crystal light, white one there, like, which is the energy of the mirror-like wisdom of Supreme Healer Vairocana with the sound Om. So when we're doing like Om, yeah, Om, 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 this is what we're doing, like filling our whole Vajra body with this pure energy of Supreme Healer Vairocana in this way, yeah? So if you have the capacity and know how to visualize Supreme Healer Vairocana with 3 heads, you know, and a tantric crown dressed like an Indian prince with 6 arms, yeah, showing the symbols of the 5 supreme healers and Vajradhara, please do, yeah, of course, wonderful, yeah, sitting on a lotus, sitting on a moon, sitting on a sun, and so on, yeah, please, yeah, and if not, please visualize white Om, okay? Or if you can't visualize white Om, feel the vibration of white Om, yeah, okay? So Rinpoche suggests many ways, yeah, and all ways are the best way in that moment, okay? It's not like one is better than the other, yeah, okay? Yeah, Rinpoche, our way is the middle way, okay? So if you like to visualize Vairocana with 3 heads, 6 arms, holding a sword, holding a double Vajra, holding a jewel, holding a Vajra, holding a lotus, holding a wheel, please do. And if not, visualize a white Om. Both are perfect, yeah, in that moment, yeah.
Mary Carmen's story when she was taught self-healing just with the course and then she drank the Buddhas afterwards.
Oh, for example, yeah, I have one friend. Oh, unfortunately for me, I have many friends. Yeah, because thanks to hanging around with wonderful NgalSo Sangha, I actually have lots of beautiful friends. But I have one friend in Spain. Yeah, Maria something. Yeah, slightly anonymous because almost all ladies in Spain are Maria. But anyway, so she said that actually when she first learned self-healing, she just learned like she had one teacher and he was showing her, just showed Om Hum Tram Hri. Okay, and that was it. Actually, a bit like nowadays, for example, Tunler and so on, they're showing in the singing bowl classes. Yeah, so I just teach her like Om Hum Tram Hri. That was it. No, and the colours like white, red, blue, yellow, and green. She said, "Oh, so interesting. What's this?" But he didn't really say. Yeah. And then she go home and she have a dream, and she dream of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas like Virachana, Amitabha, Akshobhya, Ratnasambhava, and Moggasa. And she came back to her teacher and said, "What is this you just taught me?" Then he said, "Oh, actually, I have this incredible Tibetan guru called Lama Rinpoche, and he teaches the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. But he said I should just show like this, Om Hum Tram Hri with the seed syllables, yeah? So behind, don't think it's just one sound or one light. Behind is the full power, the full energy of the practice of our lineage, okay? If you can receive in that way, okay? It's possible, yeah? Many people have, yeah? Okay? So beautiful. We're so lucky, yeah? Okay? So, hang on 1 second. So, okay, so then last sentence of the introduction. It says, for anybody who wants more information or explanations on any of these practices, please refer to the extensive sadhanas available at www.lgpp.org, yeah? Okay, Lama Gachin Peace Publication. And the new online shop of Albagnano, yeah, which is shop.NgalSo, NgalSo.org, O-R-G, okay? So a beautiful web shop, yeah? Also with super delivery, yeah? So don't worry, if you order something, it will come very quickly to you wherever you are in the world. They have very good delivery service. So please, we have beautiful, wonderful things, yeah? Okay? And so much, yeah? So please check out the catalogs of. Also, we have Ediciones NgalSo in Spain, yeah. If you speak Spanish, yeah. So please check out there, okay. Like I say, this is opening the key to the kingdom of enlightenment. But then behind it, there's many like different departments inside there. Beautiful things. Yeah? And explanations, no problem. We have so many beautiful commentaries. Also, Lama Michel Rinpoche is giving all kinds of beautiful commentaries. Also, till I fall over and stop breathing, I shall do the same. And hopefully that will be a long time in the future. Yeah? The rest of my time, I shall dedicate myself to repeating all the beautiful, incredible, amazing things that Rinpoche shared with us. Yeah? Okay, so that's the introduction. So lucky, no? Next, actually, we have beautiful pic. I don't know if you can see very well here. Can't see it very well on this iPad, but actually, this picture here, this is a picture of Buddha Shakyamuni and Maudgalyana and Shariputra. Actually, this is from the main image in our Albagnano Gompa. Yeah, okay. In our Temple of Heaven and Earth, and also we have this in Torno de Paz Temple, the Spanish NgalSo Temple in Almeria, Spain, and also we're going to have it in the Great Love Temple in Brazil. Yeah, okay. So anyway, so there's the historical Buddha Shakyamuni, yeah, sitting in the earth-touching mudra together with his two main disciples. Actually, he had many disciples, no? Thousands and thousands of them, but they always put these two, Shariputra, who was the most intelligent one, and Maudgalyana, who was the one who had the most kind of superpowers. Yeah, he developed many kind of siddhis, yeah, through the strength of his meditation. Yeah. So anyway, there's those two. Actually, these two also. These are the ones that the mantra Om Ye Dhamma Hetu Prabhava. Yeah, so important. Rinpoche emphasized a lot this. Om Ye Dhamma Hetu Prabhava Hetan Teshan Tata Gata Hyowa Data Teshan Chayo Nirada Evam Vadi Mahasramanaya Soha. Om, all phenomena depend on causes and conditions. The Tathagata, the great Sramana, understood the cause of all phenomena and their cessation. Soha, yeah? So this which we find everywhere in our Vajrayana tradition, is helping us to understand the nature of reality. We need to understand the nature of reality for things to function, As the great master Nagarjuna said, for those who emptiness is possible, everything is possible. For those who emptiness is not possible, nothing is possible. So if you wonder why, my life is not working out the way I thought it should, well, that's because obviously we didn't understand how things work, how things function. So minimum we can do is recite Om Yedama Hetu Prabhava Hetan Teshan Tata Geta Hiwa Data Teshan Chayo Niroda Evan Vadi Mahasramanaya. So how many times? And also in our own language, and try and think about it, So this, actually, Dharani, the short repetition, came about because these two, Maudgalyana and Shariputra, were actually Hindu yogis, with like trident, dreadlocks and everything, They'd been many, many years in studying with one Hindu master in one ashram. And finally, they said to each other, you know what, I'm fed up, let's go home, So then they put their tridents over their shoulder and put their little bag of things on their trident and said, come on, let's walk back to our village. Really, all this Dharma stuff, basta, it's too much, Let's go home, let's open a shop or something. Let's go back to the normal life, We spent many years doing this. We didn't really reach the point we wanted, so now let's enjoy the rest of our lives, okay? So they're walking back to their village, tridents over the shoulder, walking back home. And on the way, they meet one monk, And they said, hello, who are you? And this person said, oh, I'm a follower of Shakyamuni. Shakyamuni, the Buddha, the new Buddha. And they said, oh, who is the Shakyamuni? What does he teach? And the monk said, Om Yedama Hetu Prabhava Hetan Teshan Om Yedama Hetu Prabhava Hetan Teshan Tatagata Hiwa Data Teshan Chayo Niroda Evam Vadi Mahasramanaya Soha. Om, all phenomena depend on causes and conditions. The Tathagata, that's Buddha's title, The great Sramana, the great religious wanderer, The great Dharma wanderer, understood the cause of all phenomena and their cessation. So that's it. And they were like, wow, that's amazing, They said, who is this Shakyamuni? We want to follow him. Where's he, And so the monk said, okay, come with me. I introduce you to him. So then they went to Shakyamuni. And actually, they end up becoming his two main disciples, okay? Actually, we have so many beautiful stories in our tradition. Wonderful things, Just takes a little time to know everything, okay? Anyway, so actually, by the way, all these images, do you see a little bit better there, that we have in our temples, our NgalSo temples. Actually, if you like a modern kind of tanka, you can order them from the Albagnano online shop, Because in our temples, we have this called tattoo wall, like these murals, Which actually, they can print you one, not the whole thing, but for example, this one of Shakyamuni Buddha, they can print you one like this big and send to your house. So if you want beautiful, beautiful images for your home gompa, your home meditation room, you can order from our online shop if you like any of the images in our books and sadhanas, okay? Why? Because then it's good for your practice, and also feeling is there, connected with our tradition, connected with Rinpoche and all the great masters of our tradition. So if you like, welcome, okay? Anyway. Okay, now I've got 5 more minutes, okay? Page 17, NgalSo preliminary practices, Okay, so actually, the preliminary practices, I have been explaining these days as I've been explaining the Lama Caroline teaching on NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, okay, which was Rinpoche's actually major work, I would say, actually. Although actually other major work is this combined, I had many major works, but this one, okay, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. So if anybody's interested to know about the preliminary practice, please afterwards you look on the NgalSo website or on our YouTube channel, and you look at where it says Lama Caroline NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 commentary by Lama Caroline. Then if you look down a little bit, open a few, you'll find the section where I'm explaining in detail the NgalSo preliminary practices, okay? And like I say, Rinpoche, all our sadhanas, we have one preliminary practice, basically. And the idea is hopefully that even though we have very poor mindfulness, poor abilities of memorization these days because of our modern lifestyle, and the use of computers. But anyway, so please try and learn it, yeah? Because then it's good, yeah? Yeah, easier when you're meditating, yeah? So anyway, so, of course, refuge and bodhicitta, so important, yeah? Taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and taking the bodhisattva vows. Entrance into the Mahayana, so precious, so important, yeah? 7 limitless meditations, the 7 thoughts that turn our mind towards bodhicitta, yeah? So the historical Buddha Shakyamuni, he taught the first 4, yeah? May all beings have happiness in its cause, may all beings be free from suffering in its cause, may all beings never be separated from the great happiness beyond all misery, and may all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others, yeah? And when Lama Genshin came to the outside of India, no? When he started to travel in Greece, Italy, Brazil, around everywhere else in the world, then he used to teach Om Muni Muni and these 4 limitless meditations. And many, many people who were very ill, mentally and physically, start to get better as a result, yeah? People who never had any contact with Dharma before, yeah? Actually, one time we make an experiment, yeah? In England, no? I don't know if some of you know Roy Watkins, no? So he has a healing centre in Ulverston in the north of England. And so they got 2 groups of people. One group of people, okay, they got the Himalayan medicine, the herbal medicines. And the second group of people, they got the herbal medicine and Om Muni Muni and the 4 limitless thoughts, yeah? So the ones that did the meditation, Om Muni Muni and this, they got better much faster, yeah? Really, it's helping a lot. And now, okay, that was like maybe, I don't know, 30 years ago or something. Nowadays, there's many studies on how meditation helps us to get better much faster, yeah? Rinpoche, Lama Genshin, he always used to say that, you know, this is samsara, yeah? We didn't read the small print. So unfortunately, life is always not as we wish. Many unfortunate experiences are bound to happen, like aging, sickness, and death. No chance to avoid. Even Buddha Shakyamuni himself, even Lama Genshin, could not avoid, yeah? So for the rest of us, no chance to avoid. So what are we going to do? So Rinpoche said that, Shakyamuni Buddha said, yeah, if you need to be shot by an arrow of suffering, be shot by only one, choose to be shot by only 1 arrow, not 2. So what that means is, we didn't read the small contract on life, you know? Like, for example, when, I don't know, say we have our phone now, we want one app, and we go on the app store and we say, download this app, and it says, read all the conditions, and we just say, accept, press. We never read anything of the condition. So this is like our life, yeah? Never read anything of the small print of the life. Oh, for sure, as soon as you're born, you will experience aging, sickness, death, not getting what you want. You'll lose the nice things you have. You're going to be lonely. You will never feel satisfied. We never didn't read the small print, yeah? Okay. So, just by being human, it's inevitable that painful experiences will come. There's no chance to avoid, unless we practice the Dharma, yeah? But when we have sickness, when we have pain, when we have this, okay, we have Rinpoche always said physical pain but no suffering, yeah? Pain but no suffering, that's what he said. We should make a t-shirt like this, okay? Yeah? Because, for example, if you get, I don't know, some kind of sickness, your body hurts, it's inevitable, no? But your mind doesn't have to hurt. We can choose the position of our mind. Rinpoche said, you just need to put your mind in change the position of your mind, yeah? It's easy, yeah? Don't be shot by 2 arrows. Oh, okay, so you are going to be shot by 1 arrow, no chance to avoid. Poof, yeah? So sooner or later, pain will come, aging will come, or if you're lucky, at least, yeah? Death will come, but no need to suffer, yeah? Then the Dharma is the mental support to put the mind in the right place. So then we become really good samsara swimmer, like Rinpoche said, yeah? We can deal, okay? Like Rinpoche showed, no? Rinpoche's life was not always easy, yeah? Yes, he was great master, so many incarnations as a great, great holy being, okay? But still, his life was not always easy. He had to face many difficulties, yeah? And he showed us actually how to do, And personally, that's one thing I always found, I found many things about Rinpoche super interesting, yeah? But also, when Rinpoche was in a situation that I would get stressed, I would get anxious, yeah? me, I would feel depressed. And Rinpoche showed how to be positive all the time. He always showed the right position for the mind, how to act according to the Dharma, how not to be shot by 2 arrows, okay? Pain but no suffering, yeah? And this was really a great teaching of Rinpoche that we need to think about and put into practice, yeah? In honor of Rinpoche and because it's the right thing to do, and Rinpoche will be proud of us, yeah? And I'm sure, by the way, that Rinpoche would be so happy. I'm sure wherever Rinpoche is, I'm sure he would be so happy that we're doing his combined practice, yeah? He spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours doing this practice, yeah? In all his gompas around the world. So now that we're actually starting to do it as a Sangha, I'm sure Rinpoche will be so happy, yeah? Yeah, we're actually following, if we do self-healing, making peace in the environment, guru puja, yeah? And this, we're following Rinpoche's advice, yeah? Then, okay, we have many other varieties of practice, but basically this is what we have to do, yeah? Plus be nice, be kind, peace with everything, everything with peace, yeah? So we try our best, yeah? Okay, to embody Rinpoche's message, Rinpoche's practice, yeah? Then, sure, collectively, we're creating the positive tendril, the positive interdependence for Rinpoche to manifest again for the next generation in the clear way and the unmistaken way and so on, which is what we all wish for, yeah? Plus, in the meantime, we're all improving, yeah? So this is a win-win situation, okay? So, like this. Okay. So, I think now I'm going to dedicate, because what we're going to do then is go over to Albagnano, and our friends there are going to show the practice, yeah? I mean, I'll also be doing the practice, but from here. And now actually I'm getting to see what streaming looks like, yeah? Because I also put everybody on my big T and watch them, yeah? So also very good, nice, yeah? Okay, so let's dedicate, let's touch to our hands to our heart and think of all the ones who are in pain, who are in suffering, and we dedicate for them. And also today, please, can we all dedicate, actually, I've been told by one friend that yesterday there was an earthquake in Czechoslovakia, I think, yeah, Slovakia, unfortunately near a nuclear center. So let's hope that's not too harmful for the environment, yeah. Let's dedicate, stop building those things, yeah. It's definitely not a good idea for our planet, yeah. Having something that produces poison for thousands and thousands of generations, yeah. Anyway, so let's dedicate for Om Bishwa Shanti Hum. Bishwa means world, yeah? So please, peace for our world, our inner world, our human world, and our planet, yeah? Okay? Om Bishwa Shanti Hum. 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 By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. Lama Kunjoso la Kyapsuchi, Rani la Sadonia Sonecho, Dona Chosonia Chota Dahanto, Gejo Hokundu Jishindro, Dona Disonapa Geweso, Jine Sapane Hinu Duda, Nobo Bazo Shambala Gene, Lama Helangirin Patashi. Ni modele sendele, ni me koya handele shin, ni senta tutele pe, konja hasungi jingi lo, konja hasungi netruso, konja hasungi tashisho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. Mihik me se we te chen chen re. Three me kempe wan po jampe. Du pu malu jom se sa. Ganchen gepe zuge songkap Lohosandrape Shablasowa. Thank you very much. Now over to Albagnano, our beautiful puja there, and see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock European time. Thank you very much. Yeah.